Alright, welcome back to Realms of Pixel, and July 5th we have the Jurassic realm still going on. The Avian Priest has ended. Our leaderboard standings today: individual effort, I came 7th. The team action, though, we came 1st place, and the priest damage ranking, we came 1st place as well. And then the priest arena globally, I hit number 15. So good, decent first phase of the Jurassic Park is complete. We're going to be going into phase 2 Dragon Lord soon. Well, starts after 23 hours. What is that? No. Yeah, 23 hours. So in another day we'll hit the Dragon Lord. The exploration stage of the Jurassic realm is still ongoing. Pick up your adventure packs. For gems anyways. And if you're going to buy some, this one's always, the daily super value is always decent to get. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so let's get some of this stuff dealt with. Actually, we'll come back to this. I'm going to hold off and come back to the Jurassic realm event that we're doing. But first and foremost, there's going to be a new Supreme Hero launching today, I believe. Let's fast forward this. Victory, yes. We'll come back to the Jurassic realm. Thanks. It's a great event, one that we're always looking forward to. And let's just head on over into the main game. Get my free stuff out of the way too. But there should be a new Supreme Hero launching today. The Primal Awakenings are here. I'm going for the purple one. Let's go see my Radiant Wish is for... There we go. Lament, Sacred Artifact. I have it. I believe 2 stars, and I want to get it to 3 stars. So let's just get that out of the way first. Wish me luck. Nope. Try one more time. And no, how many pieces do I have? 10 of 160. I'm trying to get that to at least 3 stars this round. There's another 12 days left to get the laminate or the artifacts of your desire, and gonna move on to the next thing. Close this one down. And here it is. This is the new Supreme Hero. Nightwolf, Azure Wolf. Battle control is his description. I don't have any pre-information for him, but let's go through this guy. Full frontal assault, burst and control. So it deals 107% attack as magic damage. So he's a magic damage dealer to all enemies. So AoE. Giving a chance to inflict house arrest. After activation, pursues the enemy with the highest attack. 100% active damage and 60% splash damage on the target. It's kind of sounding like a Zenith replacement. Over here, house arrest. Rage skill is converted into normal attack, and rage cannot be regenerated during the effect. Damage reduction and crit resistance are reduced by 10%. Last one turn cannot be removed. Encirclement. When carrying this status, at the end of each turn, transfers 30 rage to the caster, lasting for 2 turns. Hunting, damage increased by 5%, lasting 2 turns, up to 6 stacks. I don't know, this guy's kind of sounding like a Zenith or Christie replacement from a Mythic to a Supreme Hero. Luxurious Guard. At the start of battle, enters luxurious attire state, increasing attack by 20% and speed by 20%. After acting, immediately triggers Purification Strike on the opposite target or the highest attack enemy if none exists. Dealing 120% attack as magic damage and 20% attack as true damage. Steals 1 random buff from the target and transfers 1 random debuff to it. If the target is under house arrest, this skill damages and crit rate are additionally increased by 10%. Yeah, this really does sound like more of a Christie replacement, maybe even a Zenith. So luxurious attire. Attack increases by 40% and speed increases by 20%. Cannot be removed. At the end of its action, immediately triggers Purification Strike against the opposing target, dealing 120% attack as magic damage. Can be triggered once per turn. That's pretty nice. Not bad. Nothing too crazy yet. Next one over is Life and Death. Attack increases by 30%. Max HP increases by 20%. Each attack has a 30% chance to gain 1 stack of patrol. When attacked, Nightwolf has a 30% chance to apply surveillance to the attacker. Every 5 stacks of patrol grant 1 secret order. Ooh, secret order, that sounds kind of cool. Like Order 66. Secret order anyways. At the end of action, if possessing secret order, consume all to trigger Execution. Each consumed secret order triggers execution 1 time. Execution deals 318% attack to magic damage to the enemy with the lowest HP, with a 20% chance to inflict house arrest. If the target is under house arrest, crit rate increases by an additional 40%. Patrol. Each stack grants 2% attack and 2% damage reduction, stacking up to 15 layers at 5, 10, and 15 stacks. Additionally grants 1 stack of secret order to self. Cannot be removed. Secret order. Secret order crit rate is plus 25%. That's a lot of crit rate. I don't know. Most of the characters are 20 or 50 to 60% crit rate. This is going to push it to 75-80% crit rate, which means they're probably going to crit all the time, and it cannot be removed. After action, consume 1 stack of trigger execution once. Execution deals 318% attack as magic damage, has 40% chance to apply house arrest. If the target is under house arrest, crit rate increases by 100%. Sounds pretty slick. Surveillance. Attack reduced by 5%, stacks up to 10 layers. That's 50%. Lasting 1 turn, cannot be removed upon reaching 3 stacks. Additionally triggers Apprehension once per battle. Apprehension. Attack reduced by 30%, lasting until the end of the battle. Cannot be removed. So debuffer. It's kind of like a Zenith or a Christie replacement, honestly. And then you get Killing Intent. When HP first falls below 40%, removes all debuffs and restores 20% of max HP. Additionally gains Killing Intent Surge. When taking lethal damage, purges all negative effects and becomes invincible for 1 turn. Can only be triggered once per battle. The HP threshold increases to 80%. Awakening level for miles without trace. Base power increases to 71%. Now, Killing Intent Surge. Attack increases by 20%, damage reduction increases by 20%, and grants immunity to debuffs. Cannot be removed. Basic attacks additionally ignore 20% of target defense. Basic attack is replaced with 10 steps, 1 kill, and rage skill is replaced with 1,000 miles without trace. Alright, 1,000 miles without trace. Attack all enemies. AoE, dealing 149% attack as magic damage, and additionally 120% attack as true damage. Has a 36% chance to inflict house arrest, and a 60% chance to inflict encirclement. Steals 2 random buffs from the enemy with the highest attack and transfers it to them as 2 random debuffs. If the target is under house arrest, this attack's damage and crit rate are increased by an additional 30%. It's pretty huge. 10 steps, 1 kill. Deals 120% attack as magic damage to a random enemy with a 24% chance to inflict house arrest. Yeah, that's pretty good. And now the fuse ability, which should be interesting. At level 1, you get, at the start of own turn, transfers 1 random status effect to the enemy in the opposite position or the highest attack enemy if none exists, and restores HP equal to 25% of own attack. Level 2, at the start of own turn, transfers 1 random status effect to the enemy in the opposite position, restores HP equal to 50%. Level 3, transfers 2 random status effects and 75% of own attack. So, survival skill, transfer and recovery, that will keep him alive in the battles. He's going to be pretty much a good, well, he's got AoE attack and single attack. Again, he's kind of like a Christie on drugs. Now, I would be interested if you pair, keep this Supreme Hero in your lineup with Christie as a support or others. I don't think he's going to replace my Sahard, and he's not going to replace my Moonshade. So this definitely is a Zenith and or a Christie replacement Supreme Hero.
way must die.
So this is Nightwolf. Let's roll some luck here. Let's just get this out of the way first. Alright. Flash sale. Always get your flash sales, get your free roll. Doomwolf is the extra skin.
If heaven is merciless, then my fate is mine to decide, not heaven's. Heaven is merciless, then my fate is mine to decide, not heaven is merciless, then whoever dares stand in my way must die.
Right. So let's look at the Arsenal preview.
Then my fate is mine to decide, not heaven's.
T4, Brothers in Arms. At the start of own turn, grants one random allied unit shared rage. After activation, enters a 3-turn cooldown. Level 2, final damage bonus increased by 10%. Level 3, at the start of own turn, grants one random allied unit shared rage. After activation, enters 2-turn cooldown. So shared rage. At the end of own action, consumes 1 stack of shared rage to trigger an additional rage skill cast that ignores rage cost. Can stack up to 3 times. Cannot be removed. Can only trigger once per turn. That's once per turn, not per battle. So this Hidden Glory artifact is going to be quite nice. And let's see what the animation can look like. So you get a illuminated blade when you get the T30 version of the Hidden Glory artifact. Or arsenal weapon, sorry, not artifact. And then our outfit preview. Alright, looking pretty good. Let's get back to the character. Limited time shop. Same deal as usual. You collect your characters, you connect the iron and the sky stones to level up the arsenal weapon. There's a challenge here right now. Right now, the stat bonuses are dark and light. Let's put in a fight this guy. Let's put I think I do more damage if I put hard here. Actually, maybe Crystal. Let those guys battle it out and see where I end up on the extreme challenge. Let's get back to the Azure Wolf. So Destiny recruitment, your typical Destiny recruitment where you're spending gems to roll on Nightwolf. I'm definitely going to add Nightwolf to my crew. I really think he's going to replace possibly Christie here of my crew. I don't know if I'll get lucky, but let's see. Almost had my hopes up there. Nope. No Nightwolf today. Possibly tomorrow. Now, you only have 13 days to roll. Most likely you'll get a copy or 2 by the end of this. I'm going to try and get Nightwolf to... if I'm going to put him in my team, I need him at 350 to replace, say, Christie. So I don't know. I'm going to think about this one. Good character. Definitely a Christie or Zenith replacement. I really think more a Christie replacement now that I've gone through all that. And that is Nightwolf, our new Supreme Hero. How am I doing on that extreme challenge? 4 out of 15. It's going to be a bit... Doesn't matter, I'll go over it later. My heroes that I have in my team, in my lineup right now, this is what my typical lineup is. And like I said, I don't see Moonshade being replaced by the new character. Yeah, well, I'm going to roll for that character. Get him in here. I'll fuse Christie to Nightwolf, and when I have Nightwolf at 350, who knows when that'll be. Could be by the end of this Azure Wolf, Nightwolf event, or it's going to be next time he reruns. Now, if this isn't a collaboration event, or this isn't a collab event, it actually is a rerun character. So we're going to see Nightwolf occur again and again for re-rolling. So not too important to get him now, especially if you don't have the gems or if you don't want to spend the cash. But if you might want to pick and start at him, it's going to be a good character to add to your crew. One other thing not to forget is they did grow the game a bit. So if you look in your mech program, genetic lineage now has higher levels. So this will benefit your teams, especially the colors that you use in teams going past the level cap of 100 previously. I'm not sure what the level cap is now, but I'll guess 200. But putting the characters and resources into your genetic lineage under your humanoid mech is going to increase your overall team power. Continue with the encoding, your tactile plan leveling. I still got to get these guys into the high-end red ones, which I'm a little lazy on doing. And then your mech medals, you want to try and keep progressing into the higher rankings for the rewards for your mech program. So the mech program has been upgraded. In Star Isle, the Folding Labyrinth has been upgraded, which I've talked about before, up to 3,000, I believe. And then the Armament Train has been significantly upgraded. Trying to get up there. Typical stuff that you've seen before in the Armament Train, but they've increased the levels and they've increased the rewards. I need to work on this. I got to change my characters out and play around with this. But you can see that some of these people have gotten up to 1405 already. 1465. That's pretty impressive. I think 1500 is probably the cap or something like that. I'm down at 1191. I got a long ways to go. I gotta put some effort into the Armament Train progression. You get good rewards from that. And again, we have our server clash. I placed third. I forgot to go back in here and push my character up. Oh well. And then server ranking on my own home server. I'm still placing first place. My match course is undecided yet. We'll find out tomorrow what the match course looks like. And then with the guild battles, we're going to have the Lion War guild battles tomorrow. Number one guild, they've keep increasing their attack or combat power. They're doing great. Can't knock that. That's great. We're typically coming in second behind them all the time, very consistently second or third sometimes, depending on how we line up with it. But we are definitely the second place guild. And our power is growing. We're trying to catch up to True Display and hopefully one day give them a really good challenge and maybe even take them off that pedestal. Who knows? Let's see, the guessing, 12 hours, 40 minutes. Our match course is pretty good. So we're going to come in second this round because we're in this right pane here. If we were in the left pane with True Display, we'd get knocked out and probably land second or third. If we were fighting True Display up in this quadrant here and they won, we would be out of this match entirely. We wouldn't even place. So when our guild Rerun gets mixed with True Display in the same heat, that's when, you know, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But if we're separated from True Display in the other heat, like we are here in the right pane, we're going to come second place. I'd say at this point, probably guaranteed. I just say thanks for watching, and if you have any comments or suggestions or your thoughts on Nightwolf, post it in the comments. Like and subscribe, of course, to keep me building this content, and have a great weekend. Thanks.